Mhm. All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. Okay, so I think how to be a good manager. Ryan Tracy. Oh yeah. All right. So let me do some here. Get this together. Don't know how this was completely unplanned, y'all. So I don't know who gonna show up. All right. So party people. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all as always. um, I was trying to do a video earlier today, but stuff was just going on. A closing that I had to get rescheduled. It was a wrong closing. People was out of the country. There was some KBA issues. It was a mix. It was weird mix up, but we worked it all out and had to do it this afternoon. So since I had the free time, I was like, let me go knock out some house inspections. Then I wound up picking up some more house inspections. So I ended up doing like 5 house inspections today and two signings. Yeah, and then something I got for tomorrow got canceled. So it just been really, really, really crazy. Oh, okay, doing Clubhouse. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw the notification. Yeah, this was completely unplanned, but I got to thinking about something and that's what the title is about, how your first 120 days have gone. Because when you I got to thinking about it, I was like, we need to do a little checkup to find out how people are coming along because it's real important for you to do that from time to time in your business. Now, I don't know how many people do that. You can do it daily, monthly, weekly, however, but I just figured I said, you know what? Let's hop on here and do a little status check of where we're at in our business because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of information that people are telling us that we need to do this, we need to do that. If you add this, then you'll be great. You'll be making money. If you take that out, you'll be making money. If you keep that in, you won't be. And there's all of this stuff that's going on out here. And the question is it working? That's the question. Is any of this stuff actually working for you? So before we get even deeper into this, first I want to say thanks to everybody for joining. Greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for hitting the like, sharing, commenting. Um, my name is Stephen Griffin, Griffin Notary Services. Most people know me already. Um, Out here in the wonderful state of Virginia, doing what I do best, which is go out here and service the community by providing notarial services. So, and I hope y'all are doing the same. So, really, really appreciate y'all. Good evening to you there, Jessica, Frank, my man Oswald, Shannon. um, so, have y'all done a checkup on your business? Have any of y'all, as of yet, done any kind of checkup to evaluate where you're at in your business right now? That's the question. That's the question. Have any of you done that? I don't know if you have. Maybe you have. Maybe you have not. And if so, what type of checkups are you doing? Um, because you sort of got to evaluate a lot of different things. Is loan closings working? Is apostille working? Is estate planning working? Is general notary working for you? Then within those, is the way you're marketing actually working for each one of them? Because you could be making money with loan closings, but are you marketing right? Are you actually, and then your availability, because marketing and availability are the two key things. So you market yourself, but then you're not available. And a lot of people are really, really good at marketing, but they're zero or very low when it comes to availability. So for me, it's more I'm real good at being available. My marketing isn't on the big point. It's not. I'll market a little bit here, excuse me, a little bit here, there, but I'm not the greatest when it comes to the actual marketing. And I admit that and I know that. So where I compensate for that is making sure that I am actually available, doing a lot to be available, making sure my calendar is clear. So when somebody needs me, boom, I'm there. So like today, had a snafu with the Ron closing, no problem. I found a solution, and it was supposed to happen what at 11 o'clock this morning. Ended up doing it at 7 o'clock this evening. Hey, it happens that way. But I made myself available, which did what? It saved it saved the signing company and the client and their client money because I actually made myself available. They didn't have to scramble to try to find another notary. So the big thing is, can you be available after you've done the marketing? So one of the things I look at is training, and that's a big thing right now. Is any of the training that you took actually moving your business in the right direction? So you've been here for 120 days in this business, even if you've already been in it, before the first of the year. But the question is, this year, from January 1st to the 30th of this month, April, it's 120 days. I check, make sure. What have you done in those 120 days that's better than what you did last year? And has any of the training, the meetups, the clubhouses, the YouTubes, and again, thank you for tuning into the YouTube channel. Has any of this actually moved you closer? If depending on how far away you were, has it moved you closer to moving to going out there in the business? Has it helped you solidify your business more? Has it helped you increase in any kind of way, whether it's confidence, whether it's your ability to get in and get out of a closing? How did watching, paying for courses, any of that help you? Okay. So, quick question on a scale of 1 to 10, for those of you who have been, and I'm just going to throw it as a big thing, paying for courses, going to conferences, watching social media things like Clubhouse, YouTube, coaching, any of that stuff that you've done for the first 120 days of this year, 2024, on a scale of 1 to 10, one being not good, 10 being great, how has any of that helped you with your business? On a scale of 1 to 10, how has it helped you on a scale of 1 to 10 to move forward in your business to where you want it to be? Not where somebody else told you it should be, but where you see your business should be. Has it helped you any way, shape, or form? I have not, but I will do it while on vacation starting May 5th through the 13th. Okay, cool, cool. And then I look on a weekly basis, inspections, general notary work. I make sure I have visibility on all platforms I use. That is great. That is great. Yeah, something up here. Y'all know, oh, here it is. Y'all know how it is. If y'all been hanging with me, y'all know how it is this time of year with me. Be coughing and stuff. Actually, it's a little late. I did pretty good during the wintertime not to have all that little hacking cough stuff going on. But so Frank says a 7. Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, the stuff that whether YouTube, um, Clubhouse, Facebook, training, conferences, all the stuff that he's done, it's gotten him. He feels that it's on a scale of 1 to 10, it's helped him out on a level. So let's say 70%. It's helped him move forward at least 70% or increase 70% or however he wants to look at it. But on a scale of 1 to 10, he said it's a 7. So it's worked out decent. And that's good. That's good. That's good. So now, and serious people, put your scores in there. Put your scores in there on a scale of 1 to 10. How has any of that helped you in your business? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not at all, 10 being it's been really, really good. And this is a way you have to judge yourself and grade the time you're spending doing things out here, and that you're not spinning your wheels and just wasting time. So then, after you grade yourself as a whole from all the different things you've done, now the question is, what individual item or items, but what individual items help you out the most? Okay. It's 10, but I'm biased. All I rely on is you, Griff. I appreciate that, Shannon. Shannon, little girl. If I ever go to New York, I got most definitely got to go see Shannon. Most definitely will see Shannon. Said, thankfully, I found you before getting caught up in all that training hoopla. I appreciate that, Jessica. And then same Shannon. Hello, appreciate it. Appreciate it. And I will say, both of them have been doing great in this business. Shannon is getting a little bit of a reboot, but Jessica, Planet Serenity, she's been doing excellent, taking advantage, hopping out there, doing all that she's supposed to be doing. And that's what's key. And again, thank y'all for hitting the like button, all that good stuff. So, from a common sense standpoint, I got all these things that I've been doing to so called help my business grow. Now, the question is, what one or two things, or even three things, however you want to, let's just say the top two things, what has helped my business grow the most? And what has helped my business grow the least? And then from there, you have to ask yourself, do I need to, how much more time or money can I invest in growing my, using this item or items to grow my business? And can I survive if I get rid of these other things? Because these really haven't helped my business at all. And if I move away from them, how will it hurt my business or anything? You have to ask yourself those questions. If you don't, then you're just sort of sitting there spinning your wheels. You're still trying to hold on to something. So if Clubhouse, YouTube isn't helping you, but going to conferences is, okay, then keep going to conferences. If going to meetups isn't, but then one-on-one mentorship with somebody who you can trust and that's good for you, then you keep doing that. For some people, it's, you know what, I'm gonna just do this on my own. And that's been working for me, and my business is moving out there. Those are the things that you actually have to ask yourself, because so many people are telling us what we should have in our business, but we're not taking time out to evaluate whether we actually need it. Okay. That's the key thing. I'm just checking something over here real quick. So we have to double check and make sure that the money I'm spending is benefiting me. The time I'm spending is benefiting me. If it is, cool. If it's not, we got to move forward. And to be honest, that's going to be the hardest thing to move away from something, especially the parts that are more socially interactive, because now you're sort of standing out on your own. And some people are not really geared or not willing to stand on their own. It's like, I got to have this social interaction. What I tend to do is have social interaction with people who doesn't necessarily be a part that's a part of the notary business. I socially interact with other people, which then it opens the doors up for me to expand my business. So you can sometimes associate yourself with just nothing but notaries, notaries, notaries. And doing that doesn't necessarily grow your business, because y'all will all end up having the same complaints or the same successes, because you're just sort of sitting there hanging with each other. Just like they say, when women get together, they sort of get in sync. I'm like, y'all know what I mean. Y'all get in sync with each other when y'all start hanging around each other for a little while, go to an office space, and then next thing you know, something's happening at the same time for everybody. Same thing can happen within business. You're just like, all of a sudden, you're getting in sync with everybody else, success or failure. And there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you got to be able to stand on your own. And if you can't stand on your own, that's a problem. So For me, after 120 days, I'm looking at the loan closing is really the thing that's carrying me right now. The market has taken a big hit, huge hit, but there's enough out there. It's not carrying me like it was before, but it's keeping me afloat, a little bit more than afloat. House inspections too. Things are still popping. And right now, what I'm seeing is that the more I can be available, the more business I can do. That's really what it's boiling down to me. So for me, with the loan closings, it's not so much about the marketing, it's about the availability. Now, with the general notary, trying to do a little bit more of that, that hasn't been panning out as well. And the reason why is because the people who have been contacting me, they just want me to give them this flat, all inclusive price without telling me what it is that they want me to, what the type of document that I'm supposed to be addressing and dealing with. They just like, so how much you charge to do notarizations? And I'm like, okay, what does the document encompasses? What is it that you're looking to have done? And they're reluctant to tell me what it is. They just want me to tell them a price. Well, I'm just trying to see what kind of prices you have. Okay, I could tell you what the best price that I have for the item that you're asking me, but you won't tell me. So I need some help from you. You see what I'm saying? I need some help from you. All right. And hold on 1 second. All right. So if y'all, hopefully my video is not too glitchy for y'all. It was acting up a little bit there. So they're doing some new stuff with StreamYard, so it might be just a little jerky, but I'm still here. So I've been trying to do more general notary work, but I get these phone calls, these just random calls. Hey, so you charge, so how much do you charge just to notarize some documents? Okay, what type of documents? How many notarizations? I mean, signatures, such and such. Can you email them to me, text them to me, something? Oh, I don't have them right now. Okay, then it's hard for me to give you a price. Oh, you can't give me a price? I mean, just give me a ballpark figure. Okay, $200. Man, that much? Whoa. I say, sir, I don't know whether you got one thing or 500 things. I don't know. So I'm just giving you a price. You asked for a price, so I'm just giving you a price. Man, I can't. No. I'll find somebody else. So that's what I deal with. Now, other people, they don't tend to deal with that stuff, but that's what I deal with. So that's why I don't focus so much on the general notary work, because these are the kind of questions that I get. And I'm more than willing to help them, but very rarely will they give me the solid advice. Or they want me to do it and they don't have proper ID, they don't have witnesses for their POAs or any of that stuff. Are you asking because are are you asking because you're charging by the document type? On top of this, I'm trying to finalize my pricing. Drop me. Um, See, that's the thing. I think they just want this flat fee. Now, typically I just charge $5 per stamp, $20 travel fee. And what's crazy is that when I tell them that, they can't figure out how much it will cost. I say, how many notarizations you have? Oh, three. Oh, see, okay, so those three, which would be 15, and then $20 travel fee. And then it gets quiet and they're like, okay, and I'm like, well, that's the fee. 20 plus 15 is what? And I want them to say it. And they're like, oh, 35? Yeah, $35. That's it. And the reason why I'm asking them to do that is because I want them, because just in case they are misinforming me, or they decide, well, I need this document done twice, or whatever the case may be, that they can calculate it on their own. They just want me to give them a price so I can. Hey, I can tell you a price, but it might not be that accurate. And I said, and then once I share a price with you and I get there and I see that it needs to be more, you're gonna be like, you told me this. And then if I get there and you realize that it should be lower, you're gonna want me to lower it. So how about I just give you the best accurate price that I can give you if you give me the proper information. And that's where the hang up comes in with me is that they don't want to do that. They just want me to tell them this flat fee. And really what they want me to tell them is just be $10. That's it. They just want me to do $10. And I've had companies call me for non-mortgage related stuff. And I'm like, okay, and let's just say I say 125 or 150. I don't know what I'm going into. They won't tell me fully. They just say, oh well, yeah. It's just a couple of documents, this, that, and the other, and dot dot dot. And then I'm like, okay, good. And I say, do they have valid? Oh, well, the ID thing, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, whoa. Either they got a valid ID or they don't. Well, no, they don't have it yet. Then I can't, there's nothing I can do. Now they ask about credible witness. I tell them the requirements. I never hear back from them. So this is what's going on out here. So I had to evaluate, am I going to continue to put more time into doing or marketing toward general notary work? And right now the answer is no. I have a Google business page. If they see me, cool. You hit me up and it works, I'll knock it out. I had a guy call me at 3:50 in the morning. I had a headache. I was nowhere. And I told him, I said, I can't do it right now. We met about 6:45, got him taken care of in about 5 minutes. Boom. So that's the first time I've got a call that early in the morning, but I got him taken care of. And everything was straight. So Apostille, I'm not even messing with that. I know how to do them, but I ain't even messing with that. I'll just be straight with you. I ain't even messing with that. I ain't even thinking about no Apostille. Estate planning, if one comes across my path, I'll knock it out. If it doesn't, I ain't worried about it. I'm prepared to do all of that, but my effort right now is primarily with the loan closing. And what happened? Okay, there was nothing wrong with her. What is wrong? Let me add her. Let me add her. I don't know what is going on. I'm seeing her messages. Hold on, y'all. This. mm, Okay. All right. This thing was acting up. So, any questions? Anybody got any questions? I meant to tell y'all that earlier. Feel free to drop me questions in here concerning anything. Now, I find it interesting that nobody's answering the questions. And I asked on a scale of 1 to 10, how has the stuff that you're doing to help your business? Only 3 people have responded. You got 16 people in here. So, I guess you haven't done anything at all. You haven't tried to do anything to grow your business, which is not good. And and then I also asked, have the question of, has anybody done anything for us evaluating their business? That's a question that I have. Have you done anything to evaluate your business? Let me try something. And again, feel free to ask any questions that you have concerning this business. Maybe you need help trying to figure that stuff out. Let me turn something off here. Oh man, let me turn. I think that's what it is. Um, okay, okay. I think because Jessica had a loan and I had paragraph protection on. All right, we should be good to go, Jessica. So, anybody got any concerns about? Like I said, this was a pop up. thing tonight, and I just figured I said, let me hop on here and ask and see what's going on with everybody. What made that and stuff. So right now, for is what I'm dealing with and what I'm doing, um, oh yeah, let me take care of that. Right now, I'm primarily focusing on. I'm just really right now. It's the loan closing for me because so many notaries have popped out the business, and sorry about that, y'all. Got stuck on my tooth. So many notaries have hopped out the business that is really where my moneymaker is. And it might seem like I'm pigeonholing myself, and I am aware of that, but I am actually poised to do any and everything else that is out there when it comes along. I just don't have the time, energy right now to try to quote unquote market to that because even when I have gotten good general notary work offers, it's been like, you need to do this right now. And I'm like, I got 5 appointments today. I don't have time to do it. And then they're like, okay, click. So with the general notary work, and I don't know, have y'all experienced that where whether you're doing loan closing or not, that okay, when somebody calls you for general notary work, it's like, I need it right now. And I'm sitting here like, okay, well, can you give me a couple? No, I need it right now. It's like, okay, no, I'm not I got 5 appointments. So you're not available. If I got 5 appointments and I'm in one right now, no, I don't. I can get to you, but it's okay. Well, never mind then. So that's where I'm struggling at. I said right now I'm literally making a list of nursing facilities to market to tomorrow. Hey, what's going on now? What's going on, lady? Yeah, that is great. That is great. Yeah, you make your list and then you come up with a way to market to them. Um, and what I would always just do is say, hey, think of 2 or 3 different methods in which you can market yourself. In other words, get a feel for people. One of the things that when I do market myself to places like nursing homes, retirement facilities, or um 55 and up apartment condo buildings, if when I'm there, what I do is I tell them, I say, here's my cards. I say, let them know. I say, anybody from this facility, if they want me to do, if they have any kind of notarizations, no travel fee. I tell them that. Now, I'll be honest, no one has called me from places, but they know that. So that's my calling card. So I tell that. So in case any other notary comes in, the other notary is like, yeah, my travel fee is $50. Oh, okay. But Griff said he's not going to charge us a travel fee. We're going to use Griff. Who you think they're going to steer them to? A senior citizen, they're going to steer them to me. When their family comes in out of town, who you think they're going to steer them toward? Me. Because once I get them taken care of, guess what? They'll probably give me a tip that'll be equal to my travel fee. So I tell them no travel fee. I charge them just a base notary fee. And guess what? They still pay me as if I charge them a travel fee. That's my method. Now I'll be honest, so far, no one has called me from the facilities that I've told that to. But they do have my cards. They do have my cards, and that's one of the things that I do. So when I market, I listen and I pay attention. If I see the person squeamish or what have you, or they come out of stuff saying like, well, we already got somebody to do that. I said, and that is good. I said, what my job here is to be a backup to the person who you have, because at some point in time, they got to go on vacation. It may be a late night, it may be early morning, and that individual may not be available. So what I'm doing is just going around to different facilities and letting them know that I'm here to support your facility in case your clientele has a need for a notary. I'm not here to take over what you already have in place. I'm here to add support to it. So continue using. I tell them, I say, continue using the setup that you have. But the moment that setup is not able to support you, give me a call and me and my team of notaries will be able to assist you. When you say it like that, now you they can't sit here and say, well, we don't need you. I know you don't need me now, but you might need me later. And I'm planting a seed in their head as to, okay, so then when a situation comes up and Miss Agnes isn't available to do the notary because it's 9 o'clock at night, hey, Griffin Notary, how can we help you? Hey, yeah. This Fred over here at the facility, you remember you talk? Yeah, I remember you, Fred. I might not, but yeah. So what's going on, Fred? Well, we got somebody here and we need. Okay, gotcha. You know what? No problem. Let me get myself together and I'll be over there shortly. Now, they would never call you if they didn't know that they could. So, what I'm trying to help y'all to understand is you gotta be watchful and pay attention. Don't let the no's and don't let the well, we don't need anybody because we have these people. And I say, are they available for late night? But that's another way you can say it. So, are they available to come over and accommodate? Notice the word I'm using, accommodate. Are they available to accommodate your residents after 8, 9 o'clock at night? Well, no. Okay, do y'all have family members? Do they have a situation where their family members might come in to talk with them or to work with them or something, might come to visit them and it's after at basically after hours? Well, yeah, they do. Okay, so there's a chance that they might come, and when they come, they might need something notarized. So if that's the case, the person who you have available is going to be able to accommodate them, no questions asked. Nah, they're not gonna do that. I said, that's my role. I'm here to support you when who you have is not in a position to. And I don't say it in such a way like to make it seem like that person doesn't want to help them, but I say, that's not in a position to, maybe because they're just a daytime hours or their cutoff time is 6 or 7, and they're just not able to. So now you have somebody who can come in and do it. Now you then got to do what? This is where I said in the beginning when we started tonight, be available. See, many of you are great at the marketing and coming up with stuff. But again, you're scarce when it comes to marketing because now you're like, oh, well, it's 9 o'clock at night. Hey, you did say. And the only reason why I didn't get up because my head was hurting. I told the guy. And he was like, no problem. I said, I can meet you at 6. And then he said, well, just come at 6:45. I said, no problem, I'll be there. And I was there on time before 6:45. Got in, got out. We was good to go. And he was very happy, paid me well, and I was off back home and went and did whatever else I had to do that day. And I was tired by the end of the day because I was, whoo, man. He said, I focus on loan closing, taking every closing I can, especially for signing companies I never worked for before. That's one of my methods right there. If I have not done a closing for you, my answer for the most part is actually yes, unless logistically I can't do it. Also taking G&W as I can. I've been super busy in April. I think I've done over 80 this month. April been busy. I've done over 80 this month. There's a couple that got canceled at the end, but I've done probably 82 to 85. Haven't finished running my numbers yet. Yeah, but when my G&W calls, it's always within 2 hour requests, usually within an hour, to be honest though. He says I hit all G&W now. The clients love that, and it results in repeat business. My free marriage. Yeah, Frank does the marriage in Alabama. They can do marriages and notaries, and he does all his marriages for free. He doesn't charge them for free. And then that turns out being basically word of mouth marketing for him. And then I'm finally about to start doing general notary work now that I had to purchase a new vehicle. Good for you. My boss says you been have been or not, yeah, them I know about that. So those are some of the things. So now, what are your thoughts about what I was just sharing about a way that you can market yourself or things that you can say? So even when I'm talking to a title company, I use the same method. I go in there and I say, hey, look, I'm Stephen Griffin Notary. I'm just here to see if y'all need any additional support for what you already have in place. See, I'm going in assuming that you already got an infrastructure for notarial support. So my job is to help support that support. And they're like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? You're here to help us, help us to provide additional support. I said, well, I figured y'all have somebody in office or a couple of people in office to take care of closings for you. And I figured that, of course, at the end of the month, you might need an extra hand, as well as if you have a client who can't make it to the office and you have no problem as a part of, and y'all don't have a problem with sending a notary out to them. Unfortunately, maybe some of your in-house people aren't authorized to go out to them. And here's the thing, the reason why sometimes the in-house um the in-house people aren't authorized to go to a client is because it could be an insurance liability, because their insurance covers those employees while they're on the facility, but they don't have an addendum in their policy for when that person drives off and goes out away. I'm not your employee, so therefore the liability for me getting injured or causing an accident is on me. And then my E&O, depending on how it's constructed, will protect me or help, in case I'm not able to get to the closing and then I miss and then the closing doesn't happen. So there's that errors of omission. It was an error. I got an accident. That's what I'm assuming. Don't quote me on that. But nonetheless, you have that's the protection you have. But they may not have that for their individual employees to send them out to somebody's home, because if I send Miss Agnes out or Frank out and they get injured, they get hurt by the person or something, who's going to pay the bill? And that would primarily rest on the business because they sent them out because that's their employee. And then if they don't have the proper insurance protection for the employee that they sent out from the actual work spot where the insurance is that covers it, they could be liable for paying for that person's injuries and any lost wages and stuff. And I don't think most business owners want to accept that liability. So when you understand that, and what y'all just learned right here is something that no one else has ever taught y'all. I'm telling you, no one else has taught that. I've been the only one saying it most of the time. You let them know, hey, I'm here to support you in what y'all are doing for your clients. If your clients can't come here and your employees aren't authorized to go to them because there's some insurance liabilities in case they get hurt, I'm more than capable of taking care of that for you. Now, whether they do it or not, that's up to them. But you're letting them know that, hey, I'm here for you. Whenever I'm with somebody who's a real estate agent or somebody who owns, that's a real estate broker. And crazy as it is, there are real estate brokers who've been in this business 20 years and they didn't know that you could do loan closings, mobile loan closings. And I've been doing that lately with them because the deals that I've been doing lately been people refinancing, people who got money, brokers and other folk that's doing great financially, and they're pulling money out to go buy another property. And then they're being told, yeah, we'll have the notary come to you. Yeah, meet them at Panera, meet them at Starbucks or something like that if they can't come to the house. And these brokers are like, wow, this is cool. And I tell them, and this is crazy, some of the brokers don't even realize this, or even the real estate agents. I say, y'all can pick your own notary. So if you're doing a lot of these deals, and if you're doing the deals outside of the working hours of your real estate attorney or your title office, you can still have me come and do it. Just make sure they're aware of it. So I never try to backdoor another business. I say, if they got somebody in place that can accommodate you, use them. But if you need something done, I'm your person to do that. Okay. I will take care of that for you. Now, here's another aspect, okay, for your marketing. And I always talk about I ain't that great at marketing. Here's another aspect of what I do. I let them know, I said, even if I'm not the closing notary for the notary to do the closing, I said, if you ever have other documents that need to be notarized throughout this process, I can take care of that. Meaning, because sometimes they need power of attorneys done, because it might be a military person or a non-military person that's on travel or somewhere, and they need to have a power of attorney done, and I do it via Ron. You see what I'm saying? So I can do it via Ron and get that done so they can sell the property. And I've made a lot of money doing it that way just for them, because they're like, well, we need this done via Ron. How much you charge? I tell my fee, and they're like, okay, cool, no problem. Because they need that power of attorney done. Now, you don't be sitting there trying to charge them $500 and $600 and $800 for it. I wouldn't even say 300 or 200, maybe two. I don't know, depending on how deep it is. But you let's let them, you give them a fair price, and then they're like, oh, okay, cool. And I said, no problem. And I said, and if y'all ever need me for a real estate closing, I'm here for you. Just let me know. And that's it. I don't do a hard sell. I'm available for them. Again, if you notice my theme, my whole business theme is availability. Every time I'm talking to them, it's about being available. Can I be available? Trying to make sure I ain't miss nobody's comments. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, and I just try to do what I can to be available, and it has been working. So it's like, okay, so you here? Yeah, okay, good. That's good to know. Now, within the real estate realm, me telling people I'm available has worked, because I've gotten phone calls from people like, hey, can you take care of da 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 for us? Yeah, I got you covered. All right, cool. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. I say, send me the details. I get them covered. Just tell me what I meet, this, that, and the other. All right, cool. I got a closing right now. Starting tomorrow, I got to get coordinated for before the 25th of this month. It's a Ron closing. So I've been working on the last couple of days. Finally got everything, everybody in place. Everything is straight. So I'm gonna be getting that coordinated starting tomorrow to meet with them so I can get that done. It's all about availability and finding the source spot that these people have. It's like, what's the concern? I don't know about using a mobile notary. Okay, well, tell me the concern so I can come up with a plan to fix that, so you don't have to have that issue with me. And then they share it with me. They're like, oh, well, I got this concern, that. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Well, here's what I'll do. How about this? Dot, dot, dot. And then it's like, you know what? That's a good idea. Okay, I never thought about that. This is how you can make things happen. So at this point, you got to sit back and say, okay, let me evaluate where I'm at with my business and what adjustments I need to make. What things do I need to be on the lookout? How do I need to improve? Because see, like, here's the thing: many of you are hopping into estate planning. Are the Where's the demographic for you for estate planning? Are the people in your financial bracket doing estate planning within, let's just say, 3 miles of you, 3 to 5 miles of you? Is that demographic in a financial position to do estate planning? Are they thinking about it? If you're struggling with just trying to sit in front of somebody for a loan closing, what makes you think you're going to be any less nervous or concerned or iffy when it comes to estate planning? Because estate planning is just as important as real estate transactions. You do the power of attorney incorrectly, and that person goes into a coma, and you didn't do that power of attorney right, that person's not is not conscious to sign that power of attorney again and get it done right. Which means that person, now they got to pay money for the court to give them special power of attorney to take care of that person's affairs. But they paid you a whole bunch of money to do what? This power of attorney, and you didn't do it right. Same thing with a will. You didn't get it notarized properly. You had the wrong witnesses, or whatever the case may be. You didn't notice that they had this will that was created in 2021. It had the wrong date on there. It had 2021 and not 2024. And you didn't change the date. Matter of fact, you didn't, or you lined through it, but you didn't initial it. So it can be any little thing like that that invalidates it. So if you're struggling with loan closings in general, notary work, and just going out there and doing those, Are you really going to be confident just because you took a training course on estate planning? And I know people want that plug and play, just and then keep going, and then keep going. But it's not always that simple because you still got to have the confidence to be able to sit there and do your part as a notary right. And if you don't have that together in your heart and in your mind, you're going to be struggling out here. You're going to really be struggling and tearing up some stuff. So I'm not against the educational part. I'm more supportive of a person learning how to do what they're commissioned to do. That's really where it rests at. And if you got that together, I don't care what training you take, you're going to be fine. You'll learn all these other little nuances, these little tips and tricks and nuggets, but you'll be able to notarize those documents correctly because what's most important is that they get executed correctly without being rejected. And if your documents aren't getting rejected, that means you did your part. If they are getting rejected, that's a problem. And so unfortunately, you may not always know because they'll be upset and be like, I ain't going back to that crazy notary. And they'll go find someone else to do business with who will do it right the first time they meet with them. So that's the key thing. So I'm excited about the rest of the year. Now, granted, things are getting tight with the real estate market. Um, oh my goodness, yeah, things are getting real tight. Let me see if I can find this video for y'all. I can't play it, but I can. I'm gonna link it in the thing. Sure. All right. Ooh-wee. All right. So this video, and I forgot to get that all set up. Any other questions? Any other questions whatsoever? So we got somebody rolling in here. Bruce says he's at a one lacking confidence. Okay. So Bruce, talk to me real quick about three things you feel you need to get confident in order to go out here and do this business. I don't care whether it's loan closings, estate planning, apostille, I don't care what avenue. What are the three things that you feel you need to get confidence in so that you can go out here and do what you need to do? And while you're typing that up in there, so boom. So this video right here about mortgage decline, mortgage the mortgage collapse, just got worse, 50% declines. It's a very, very good video to look at. Let me get my link. It's a very good video to look at because he's explaining in there what's actually going on in this business. And see, Bruce might be delayed since he's just coming in. Let me, oh, yeah. So he might be delayed because the way this live stream been going with YouTube is that by the time some people get in, it's literally starting them from the beginning in some cases. So hopefully it might be a big delay by the time he hears what I'm saying now and responds to that. But whenever he responds, I will most definitely answer his questions. But in the meantime, let me put this link in here. So let me put this link in here. All right, cool. That link's in there. And let me pin it to the top. So that video, all right. So this video really breaks down a lot of the stuff that's going on in the various different markets. And when you understand what's going on in the various different markets, you can understand why real estate is acting the way it's acting. I was doing some research earlier about how does the real estate market affect estate planning. And all I can say is it affects it. In some cases, there is an increase in estate planning or a decrease because of the values going up and down. So you have to ask yourself then, well, who's doing the estate planning? Are the people, like I said earlier, in my realm doing estate planning? Are the people in my realm doing estate planning? If they are, cool. If they aren't, then we got to find those people and where they're at, which means you got to have the confidence to step outside of your geographical area and then sit in front of people who are more well off than you, that aren't on your same economic or even educational level. Not saying that any of us are ignorant or dumb or anything of that nature. YouTube just using the word dumb as an example, but just to say that okay, well these people may feel they got one up on you or me educationally and financially. And the question is, do you have the confidence to sit there and all of who you have been made to be and do a estate planning session with them and not be intimidated by them? Because if you're getting intimidated with loan closings, how you not going to get intimidated with estate planning? And you're sitting here seeing that somebody got $800 million worth of assets, and that can be a real thing for any of us to come across. Or they got, $250,000 of gold, 150,000 in silver. They got $3.6 million in stocks. They got 5 kids that they're trying to figure out how to divide this up and who's going to get the vacation houses and all of that. And you get starstruck by that, and you got to stay in the moment and be able to address what's in front of you and get this thing done. If you're struggling with loan closing, you're going to struggle with estate planning. I don't care how many courses you take, because it's not the courses that make you more confident. It's you actually going out there and believing in yourself and understanding what your role is and what you're supposed to be doing. That gives you the confidence. Not so much, oh, I took 5 courses and I'm in a Facebook group, so now I got confidence to go out here and do it. It can help, but it's not the end all be all. It really isn't, because each session, each thing is different. And if you've been doing loan closings, you know what I'm saying. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. So, and again, feel free to drop any questions you have, any comments, how your year been, and like I said, the title, how has the first 120 days been for you? For me, it's been great. It's been great. Tiring, ripping and running, no sleep, all of that, but I'm still enjoying myself. Still enjoying myself, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm serious. I mean, I'm truly enjoying myself. And I know it's a struggle for some of y'all. I know it's difficult because you're trying to make this thing work. You've heard all of this stuff. You're trying to implement that stuff, and it's not necessarily working to the degree that you feel that you need it to work for you to feel that you're getting your money's worth. If that's a true statement, type a 2 in the chat. If that's a true statement that you done took all the training, you done did everything, and it's just not working to the level that you want, put a 2 in the chat if that's true for you. Okay. At one point in time, that was true for me. And I had to make some adjustments. I had to sit there and say, okay, who am I and who do I want to be with regards to this business? And then I just started doing it. And it took some time, but if you're patient, you'll see the end results. If you're not patient, if you want it then basically you may never see it, which means you're just going to give up on this business and go about your merry way, and you just find something else to do. So for me, I'm enjoying myself. I truly, truly love the time that I get to spend with my family, help out people within my community, all of that stuff. Need to do more community stuff, but currently I do what I can, and I'm truly enjoying myself. Some parts of this business isn't what I expected it to be, and what I'm seeing, apparently it's been in this business for a long time, and I got to find a way not to let it do any damage to me and cause me to veer off from what I'm supposed to be doing as a person and as a business owner. And I think I'll be okay. And it's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's hard. It's hard. So are there any more questions, concerns, comments, observations with this business that you've seen? Um, Anybody got any questions or comments or thoughts concerning the video that I did the other day about greedy notaries? About notaries being greedy and causing state laws to change. And one of the things that you need to recognize is that if you ever get called in to speak, doesn't matter who, if you ever get called in to speak or be or try to just or they tell you to justify your notary fees, you can't communicate from the standpoint of what it's doing to you. You got to communicate how it's how it benefits and what you're offering is worth every penny. But when you're selfish in your thought process and you're only in this for money for yourself, you're not thinking about the other person. You're not thinking about how it affects them and the value. You say it's valued, but if you're not able to articulate it, then you don't know what the value is. How can you tell somebody I'm charging $125 because that's because of the value that I bring? Okay, what value? Can you articulate the value that you bring and how it's truly beneficial for the person who's receiving service from you? If you can't do that in an unselfish way, then they're never going to believe you, and they're gonna be like, "Nah, we gonna, nah, we gonna move on to somebody else. No, we gonna, nope, nope, nope." So I've, and I'm still working on being able to communicate that when I'm in front of people. I know how to communicate and just say, "Hey, what I'm doing is really beneficial to this person. It brings in dot dot dot." I know how to do that, but I gotta make sure I do it in such a way that is believable, even though it is believable, because just the way I deliver things sometimes is a little monotone, a little dry. So, and I can't cut up and joke like I do here. So I gotta work on that. And again, thank y'all for hitting the like button. Greatly appreciate it. Hitting the subscribe and all that good stuff. So I'm not seeing any questions. So I guess everybody's heart and mind is clear and you know everything you need to know with this business and you're confident and comfortable about going out there and there's nothing that's scaring you at all. That's what I'm assuming. You're looking to get started. Okay. And what's two or three things that's holding you back from getting started right now? It could be equipment, could be a lack of confidence, it could be um just the opportunity. Be honest with you, could just be you're not seeing anything coming your way. You're not seeing any notifications. You're marketing and you're not getting anybody to use you for general notary work and things of that nature. So that can be difficult. That can be very discouraging. Um, and see, this is where you got to look at your real estate market and see what's happening with the real estate, as well as look at the financial climate. If people are struggling, unemployment's going up, it's going to be very hard to find people who are really looking to pay some serious dollars for notary services. You may find people, but you may have to give stuff at the most economic price for them because they really can't afford it because they got $80 and that really needs to be money to go to feed their kids. And you're sitting here talking about I need 75 to do this notarization and this one stamp. Where's your compassion? Where's your compassion? But you're like, well, my trainer told me, okay, your trainer didn't teach you anything about compassion. And they don't need and they shouldn't have to. That means you should have compassion in your own heart. It said next steps after getting certificate. Well, the next steps depending now. So that means you have to identify what it is you're trying to get into. Loan closings, apostille, adoptions, because that's a money maker there. Doing a notary for adoptions, working with nursing homes. What is it that you're looking at doing? Um, come up with an idea of it, and then start honing in and putting a plan together. And the main thing again, just getting yourself geared up. One, have the equipment. Two, have the availability. If you got those two, you're good to go. There's a lot of people are in notary in name only, just no ink on in their pens. That is correct. There are people who are doing this name only, and because of that, they're some of the first ones that want to start a training course. They're some of the first ones that want to do some kind of notary get together. Not all of them. Okay. Not my girl Star. Star's cool. But there's other people who really want to just, well, I don't really want to do notary, but I want to make money off them suckers. And they'll sit up here and have all kinds of stuff. The next big thing is going to be receipt books. All of a sudden, I'm telling you, you're going to see people with all these, if they haven't already started doing it, custom receipt books. You're going to have, might even have the NNA start pushing receipt books. I think they are, yeah, because somebody sent me a video about it and I got to look at it. But I'm telling you, anything that can bring somebody in a half a penny, they're going to try to sell it to you for 6 pennies. All I need is a half a penny, but I'm going to sell it to you for six. I'm telling you, that's all that's happening. People just shifting from one thing to the other. And next thing you know, yeah, we need to get a receipt book. Yeah, my receipt book is this. And well, my receipt book is better. You can make your own receipt book, people. You can make your own. You ain't got to go out here spending money on developing a fancy receipt book or even buying one. Just use something simple, plain and simple, to get the job done. That's all that matters. But that's going to be the next thing. People are going to be marketing receipt books and digital receipt books and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm sure, well, there's all stuff out there digitally because you got what? Square, you got PayPal, you got I forgot the other one. You got Square, PayPal, and something else. I forgot. But you got other things out there that you can use to actually keep track of all that. So you ain't got to spend money on a newfangled widget. You ain't got to do that. All right, party people. um, so here's and then help at Gmail. If you email me, email, please include phone number. All right. That's my contact info if anybody needs help with anything. If you email me, please include your number. If you comment on the video and I ask you to give me a call, please call me because I'm not going to be chasing people down because sometimes people ask me questions and they're just a little more complicated to try to answer for me to type, or I don't have time to. And it's easier for me just to get on the phone and talk to a person and tell them what they need to know. Okay. So if you get stuck on something, just call me or shoot me an email. If you leave a comment on the channel, I'll read it, do my best to respond. But if I say, hey, give me a call, just call me. Okay? Just call me. That's all I ask. Just give me a call, or at least, and if for some reason YouTube not sending a notification out that I responded, just go back and check your comment, every now and then. Just check it. Oh, okay, he responded, and then give me a call. I'll be more than happy to talk to you to try to help you out in the area that you are struggling with. All right. So if there's nothing else, I think we're good. Was everybody? I hope this met everybody's expectation. Are you good? Anything else? If everybody's good, put a 10 in the chat. If you're good, put a 10 in the chat. Let me know all hearts and mind are clear. You straight. Because I already printed out one set. I got to print out my other set of docs and start prepping them for tomorrow and get ready for another day out here in the notary world. Right. Let's see here. Tomorrow's the first. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 tomorrow. And I think I got the document. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Yes, remember that one got canceled. That one, yeah, got canceled, got put on hold. So right now, it look like I only got two tomorrow, 10 a.m. and 4. Okay, okay. And Thursday, I got two on Thursday, one on Friday, and then one Saturday evening. One Saturday evening. So I think I starting off pretty good this month. So we will see. All right, party people. So look like everybody's straight, no issues. I greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Peace.